Songs for Unusual Creatures, Earth's strangest animals, and the music they inspire.
Type Blobfish into your browser, and you'll probably find this picture. A pink gelatinous fish with an incredibly sad frown. It's an amazing picture, and when the world saw it, we began to wonder, what is this unusual creature? Hi, welcome to Songs for Unusual Creatures. I'm your host, Michael Hearst. Today, the incredible true story of the Blobfish. And we'll also perform some music for the Blobfish with the help of some friends. But back to that amazing picture. As we all know, in this day and age, a photograph this spectacular has a pretty good chance of getting spread all across the internet. And that's exactly what happened with the Blobfish. So much so that one website, known as the Ugly Animal Preservation Society, decided to announce that the Blobfish had won the ugliest animal vote. After the ugliest animal endorsement, a few prominent media outlets picked up the story and spread the news all across the world. Suddenly, the Blobfish was a star. There was its grumpy frown on CNN, Fox News, the BBC, the LA Times. You name it, and there was an article about how the Blobfish was the ugliest animal on the planet. But here's the problem with this story. The Blobfish looks quite different in its natural habitat. The Blobfish lives in waters off the coast of Tasmania and Australia at great depths, up to 2,500 feet below the surface. Here, the water pressure is quite extreme. Fortunately for the Blobfish, it's made of a jelly-like substance which is less dense than water, and it can comfortably float just above the ocean floor. So in the water, it looks more like this, instead of this. When it came time to compose a song for the Blobfish, I thought of two instruments dueling, like a boxing match. With my friend Doug Quint playing Contrabassoon and Paul Cohen playing Tubax.
This is a new contrabass saxophone that we call a Tubax. It can be assertive and it can be nasty, but it can sing like a child.
The contrabassoon is big and beautiful. It's loud and it's low and it's made of wood. And that's why I'll win.
So how did the Blobfish become the ugliest animal on the planet? Picture this. One day the Blobfish is minding his business, floating along the ocean floor, when a fishing trawler catches him in its net. He's gone from deep sea high pressure to the low pressure of dry land, and it has a very funny effect on its body. Like a sack of water being put on the ground, the edges blob out. So perhaps the Blobfish in its natural habitat is not quite as ugly as we all think it is. Okay, so we're approaching the end of this episode, and if there's one thing I can think of that would make an awesome closing, it would be to see your best Blobfish face. Well, that's all the time we have for Songs for Unusual Creatures. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We love questions. Bye!